I came home early from work and caught my girlfriend in bed with my father. I forgot paperwork for a 2 p.m. meeting, so I drove back during lunch without texting her. Shaw was studying for the LSAT, and I didn't want to bother her. We'd been together for 6 years, and I was planning to propose next month. I'd already looked at rings. When I pulled into our apartment complex, I noticed a truck that looked exactly like my dad's in visitor parking. Same make, same color, even the same dent on the bumper from when he backed into our mailbox last Christmas. I figured maybe he stopped by to help with something. Shaw mentioned needing the bathroom sink fixed, and I kept putting it off between work and helping her study. Honestly, I was expecting to walk in and get roasted by both of them for being too busy to handle it myself. I unlocked the door and immediately saw clothes on the floor. His work boots right there at the entrance. The steel-toed Timberlands he wore to every job site. Then her yoga pants, the purple ones I got her for her birthday. Then his flannel shirt, then her bra. My brain was trying to make sense of it. Like, maybe they spilled something and had to change? Maybe there was a leak? I don't know what I was thinking. Then I heard them. The sounds coming from our bedroom. Sounds you never want to hear, especially when you recognize your own father's voice. I stood in the hallway frozen for maybe 10 seconds. My hands were shaking. I pulled out my phone and started recording because I knew if I didn't have proof, no one would believe me. My father, Clark, respected father of 2, grandfather of 3, the guy who coached Little League for 15 years. I walked down the hallway recording the trail of clothes, the sounds getting louder. Our bedroom door was wide open like they didn't even care. Our bed, the one we picked out together at IKEA, where we'd planned our future, where she'd study while I read beside her. I stood in the doorway for maybe 30 seconds, just watching through my phone screen. My father, in just his socks. The girlfriend I was going to propose to. The woman I'd driven 6 hours round trip to see every weekend during college. They both froze mid-motion when they finally noticed me. My dad's face went from pleasure to horror in half a second. Shaw pulled the sheet up, but it was too late. I'd already seen everything. My father scrambled off the bed trying to cover himself. He's yelling, "Stop recording! Stop recording now!" Reaching for my phone, but I stepped back. Shaw was screaming, throwing pillows at me, crying, saying, "Baby, please stop. Please, we can talk about this." I looked at her and said, "I just came home to grab papers for work. You know the job that pays for this apartment? The lease that's in my name? The one where I've been saving every extra dollar for your ring? For our future?" My dad finally got his boxers on, and he's coming at me again, trying to grab my phone. I pushed him back hard, and he fell into the dresser, knocked over all her perfume bottles, then hit the ground. Shaw shrieked his name, like she was worried about him, like he was the one she cared about. I turned the camera back to her and said, "How long, Shaw? How long have you been doing this in our bed?" She's sobbing, saying, "It only happened twice, I swear. Just twice." I actually laughed. I was like, "Twice that I know about? How many times when I was at work? How many times when I drove 3 hours to see my mom on Sundays? Did he stay here?" My father was trying to put his pants on, his hands shaking. He's saying, "Son, please, we need to talk about this like adults. We can work through this." I said, "Work through what, Dad? You sleeping with my girlfriend in my bed? The girlfriend you met at our family Christmas? The one Mom loves? The one who calls you for advice?" Shaw was begging now, saying she loved me, that it was a mistake, that my dad had been helping her study and it just happened. I looked at my dad and said, "Does Mom know?" His face went white. I said, "I'm sending this to her right now. To everyone." Shaw started screaming, "No, please don't do that. Please, we can fix this." I was already pulling up my contacts. I sent the video to my mom, my brother, my sister, and then I opened Shaw's phone. She always used the same password, our anniversary date, and I sent the video to her entire family group chat. Her mom, her dad, her 2 sisters, her aunts, everyone. I did all of this while they both watched, frozen in our bedroom. My dad was saying, "Please don't do this. Think about the family." I said, "I am thinking about the family. I'm thinking about Mom, who's been married to you for 28 years. Then I walked out. I was halfway down the hallway when Shaw ran after me, wrapped in just the sheet. She's grabbing my arm, begging me not to send it, saying she'd do anything. I pulled my arm away and said, "You already did everything." I got in my car and sat there for maybe 2 minutes. My phone was blowing up. My mom calling, my brother calling, Shaw calling, my dad calling. Then Shaw's sister called, the one I'd always gotten along with at family dinners. I answered.